What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? So we're gonna get back into global. I know I spent majority of the past few days on my main JP account, but we're gonna test out this Extreme Strength Perfect Cell. Welcome to Hell. It's gonna be on two team variations. One will be the Extreme Strength team setup, and then the other will be the Resurrected Warrior category with the Angel Golden Frieza lead. So let's cover his stats a little bit. Obviously, they may differ since it is a private test, private server test environment, but let's go ahead and cover the stats a little bit. He does have the leader skill of strength types, HP, attack, and defense plus 100%. No key boost there for leader skill. That's a little bit unfortunate, but super attack, he does have the solar Kamehameha, which causes immense damage to enemy and raises attack and defense. He does also have the ability to self-destruct at 11 key. That'll attack all enemies. That'll cause mass damage to all enemies and raises attack and defense as well. Passive skill, he has attack increase of 100% at the start of the turn. In terms of link skills, you're looking at Revival, that adds +2 key. Messenger from the Future, that adds attack by 500. Big Bad Bosses, attack and defense increase of 25% when HP is below 80%. Kamehameha will increase attack by 2500 when super attack is launched. Nightmare does add 10% toward attack, shocking speed, +2 key, and also Fierce Battle, that adds 15% to attack. Again, he does fall into a category for Resurrected Warriors, so in the second portion of the video you'll see that. Maxed out, his HP is looking at 14,524, attack is looking at 14,226, with defense at 9,664. 12 key multiplier is at 140%, and raising attack and defense as part of his super attack is an equivalent of 20% boost. Alright, so yeah, right now you're seeing the extreme strength setup, so double Janemba leads. He's about to go into Dokkan mode, so we'll see what kind of damage we're looking at against the cooler. And this guy's been around for a little while, but you know, having the Angel Golden Frieza Resurrected Warriors category definitely does make a difference. A little bit more, makes it a little bit more current than it used to be. So on extreme strength, you're looking at Dokkan mode against cooler, about 1.6 million in damage. Pretty respectable figures there. Nothing too crazy or drastic, but not too bad either. Alright, type advantage against the final form cooler, so let's see how he does. I'm going to opt to use the self-destruct attack here, just to see what kind of damage it is. So definitely a little bit less than your solar Kamehameha, but you know, looking to be about 700,000 versus the solar Kamehameha, which is, you know, looking at closer to 1.4, 1.5 million in damage potential. So a little bit less, but the advantage there is he attacks all enemies. Yeah, so you can see the difference there. Obviously, you know, Cooler was had better defense than Goku did just a second ago, but in most cases, the self-destruct definitely does less in damage for the most part, as to the solar Kamehameha. But again, the advantage is he does attack all enemies, so that's kind of you know, the benefit there. And I'll cover that later on, but he does fall into the Resurrected Warrior category, so I mean, he could potentially be used in the World Tournament. Now, he's not going to be KOing all the enemies or whatnot, but attacking all enemies and reducing HP a little bit will help, you know, LR Broly or whoever is going to be the main attacker for, you know, mass damage to all enemies kind of thing. Alright, let's see how he does against Super Boo. And I misquoted. You know, 1.4, 1.5 million in damage potential. That's, yeah, with type advantage. Typically, you're looking at just over a mil. My quote of 1.5 million in damage potential is more or less from the when he's in the Resurrected Warrior category team. You'll see the attack fluctuate quite a bit because, you know, versus 120% attack potential will increase by 170% from the lead. So you're looking at 50% from both sides. That's equivalent of 100% total. So definitely does add up. So he did pretty good there with the self-destruct, about 1.4 million with the critical. This is switched over now to the Angel Golden Frieza double lead, so that's why you're seeing that difference in attack potential. So, I mean, obviously in the World Tournament it's only going to be one leader skill active, so it's not going to be quite to this level, but even if he hits for, you know, 300,000, that's still 300,000 that he can potentially shed away HP, you know, to help LR Broly and LR Majin Vegeta in this type of category team if you decide to run it on the World Tournament. And I expect in Global, when it comes out, whenever, you're going to see quite a bit of leads with Angel Golden Frieza. For me, it worked out better than having any other team setup, really. Alright, so without critical against Naze, fuck that motherfucker. He did about 6.2 million in damage, so not bad. Alright, so back again with Cooler, so you'll see the difference. I think last time he did about, what was it? Roughly about 700,000 in damage. I can't remember exactly, but you know, let's see how much of a difference it makes here. So 1.6 million. I think last time he did the self-destruct, but even given that circumstance, I mean, he did much higher in damage output versus an extreme strength team setup. So you definitely do see a difference with that variance in leader skill. So this guy, I mean, he's kind of brought back to life a little bit. You don't really hear about this guy too much lately, but I think on, you know, the Resurrected Warrior category, he can still do very well. Given there are a lot of other cards that you could definitely pick out of that category, it's a pretty diverse category, and I like that category a lot. But yeah, I mean, I know people have wanted to see this guy maxed out, see what his potential was, so I kind of wanted to wait till Angel Golden Frieza came out, just because he does much better in that category than any other one. Yeah, so 2 million without the critical and damage. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, so another Dokkan mode here. I think last time against, you know, the weaklings, he did about 6.2 million in damage without the critical. So against a more or less boss type, which is Kid Buu here, he does have type advantage, but yeah, let's see what kind of damage potential he has. I mean, I doubt it's going to be anywhere close to 6 million, but you know, it could be a couple million though. Alright, so yeah, with the critical, about 4.8 million in damage. Definitely a good number there. He did have type advantage, but regardless, 4.8 million is a pretty high output, even for Dokkan mode. Now, granted, compared to, you know, the new, you know, godly type cards, you know, they do have much more in damage, but for this guy to hit 4.8 million with type advantage, I mean, that's pretty respectable in my opinion. So I know you've noticed that you see Metacooler and the Demon King Piccolo in the rotation quite a bit. That's because they do provide that ki boost and attack boost. I think Metacooler was +3 ki and then 30% toward attack, maybe defense, I can't remember, but Piccolo did provide like +2 ki for extreme types and then 25% toward attack, so beneficial to have that there. Kid Buu does provide that crazy 50% boost toward attack and defense for all types, for all allies, so it's definitely a pretty crazy passive skill. That's probably the highest I've seen in the game so far. There are a couple that are, 30 to 35%, but 50% is a pretty big number. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and self-destruct against these Cell Juniors because their HP and defense is pretty low. Alright, so it looked like 1.8 million, and then let's see, yeah, so roughly about 1.8 million per type without criticals, so yeah, it definitely does have some benefits with the attack all enemies function. Alright, so this is kind of a mirror match, Mortal Kombat style. Let's see how he does. 1.5 million there, additional attack for another super kicking in, and 2.7 million in damage there. So total of about what, 1.7, 2.7, about 4.4 million in damage, so certainly not bad. We'll close it out with this super attack on Vegeta. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.